All right, Coach Saris, another year is upon us. First practice with pads on Thursday. I know you're chomping at the bit, and I know your kids are. I've already talked to a couple of the players, and last year's team, I know you want to focus on this year, but I really think that last year's team set the tone for this year in the sense that when I watched you guys, you're very competitive. Fourth quarter, you just weren't there yet. You had so much youth, especially at skill. You bring all your skill back. You do have to kind of get the O-line a little bit together. You have some youth there, but just talk about how last year set you up for this year's summer and how your summer's going.
Yeah, I thought the finish of last year was exciting for us to make the playoffs, to give a great Mansfield senior team 3 great quarters. I don't think there's a single person on our team who wouldn't want to take that fourth quarter back. However, we've got to be able to go into this season and we got to start with the same way we finished. We can't regress. We can't move backwards. So that's our big focus right now is week 1 in Ontario Warriors, and it has been really since the start of the season. And the start of the season starts with the weight room back in the winter.
Does it make you feel excited that I have talked to people in the Bucyrus area, Morrow County area, everyone is talking about Ontario and Lexington, and it's the way it should be, Coach, because let's face it, back to the 90s, it was a huge game. I'm not saying it hasn't been, but I think with all the buzz with, the Division I players on both teams and everything, all the excitement, I love hearing that the rivalry is under the spotlight. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, listen, you've got 2 communities that they border each other. They're so close. 2 Richland County schools. Anytime you get that, you're going to get emotion. You're going to get a lot of kids who probably have family over on that part of town. I'm sure there are Ontario kids who have family here in Lexington, and you're just going to get that. And so you get table talk, as I call it. You get dinner talk, and it's pretty cool. And it's who's going to go out, who's going to win that rivalry.
Your junior class, they were sophomores last year. A lot of youth, but a lot of skill. They've now had a year under their belt to develop themselves. What do you do as a coach to help guide them to get to that next level?
You've got to keep reminding them of what caused our success last season. The successes we did have. It came from buying in. It came from focusing as best as we can and really, really focusing on your job. What is your duty for this football team and what is your role? And it took us a little bit of experimentation, especially coaching-wise, to figure out, where can we put our people to be in the best spot. So, early on, we as coaches got to make sure we're doing our best part, doing our job in that sense, and the players buying into our philosophy.
We talked off camera about Camden Boozer, what a great kid he is, kind of an unsung hero of your team. Give me a couple other names that, everyone talks about, the Caudilles and Fogels and Markel Martin, but give me some names that hopefully we're going to see just explode onto the map this year.
Yeah, I think up front, we've got a kid like Nate Taylor returning at guard who, last year as a sophomore was really thrown into it. And gosh, by the end of the season, he really, really improved. So I'm excited for him as a junior in that offensive lineman to be a leader. And the best leader we have up there is David Biggers, who's a senior, who, again, just helped us, was a starter on the offensive line last year, repped in on defense. This year, boy, we're going to rely really heavy on him, and he does a nice job leadership up-wise up there. In the next level, you're gonna see Markel Martin, who's a big time leader for us, not only on defensively but offensively running the ball. And then another hidden guy that I'm just really excited for is Avery Crawford in the secondary, and as a wide receiver, who's going to be his second year. Unfortunately, he, for circumstances out of his control, he was unable to play until the playoff game last year, but did an amazing job for us scout team wise, and has come into this summer just full throttle and doing a great job.
And lastly, we'll end on the defense. I talked to Camden, and he really talked about how better defensively you guys have gotten, even so early in camp. And you guys were pretty good last year, but he said that the defense has really taken that next step. How do you feel about your defense?
I feel good. It's year 3 in the same scheme, and I think they feel comfortable with it. I think that's the thing Camden's seeing, is we're just feeling more comfortable. Because we feel comfortable, because it's easier for us to communicate, we're able to do a little bit more. But we've got returners, defensive line. We've got replaced some pretty good ones, but they're doing a nice job with it. At the linebacker level, you've got kids like Camden Boozer, you got kids like Cole Icorn, you got Joey Caudell, and you've got Camden Boozer, who obviously you just interviewed. And then secondary, we got some experience with 7 Allen returning,
Yeah.
Avery Crawford, Gage Powell. So we just got a lot of really exciting things going on. And, you know, I'm glad they feel excited. I'm glad they feel comfortable, because from there, then you can just do a little bit more.
Yeah, it's always great when the attitude is not too relaxed, but relaxed enough to be able to focus on the task at hand.
Yep.
So awesome, Coach. Well, hey, good luck this season. I'm sure we'll talk to you as the season progresses.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.